I am the Miniac, and today I'm at Bear Mini to show you a 2019 Mini John Cooper Works convertible. So this is probably the most affordable John Cooper Works convertible you can possibly buy. This one is $41,050. Now what does that get you? That gets you an automatic transmission, silver wheels, chrome trim on the exterior, the signature trim package, which is about $3,000, black leatherette interior, Mini connected, of course. Most of the cars now have that as standard. You also get a rear view camera, which is standard, and all the fun driving ability, plus the ability to take the roof off, which is kind of exciting, actually. I had a chance to drive this car around for a little bit. It's pretty fun. It's about 45 degrees today, so it's a little cold to have the top down, but I had to have the top down so you guys can see what kind of car this is, just how cool this car is. The trim and the wheels aren't exactly my taste, but someone who likes silver trim, likes silver wheels, might enjoy this car. I think someone who's probably not as young as I am, so probably in their 40s maybe their 50s, who knows, but it's a good little vehicle. So looking around this car, you have the nice red trim piece on the front, designating it as a John Cooper Works. You also have no fog lights, which is the signature of a JCW because you have the oil cooler in there. Silver wheels, I mentioned, with these big Brembo brakes. Other nice little accents around it. Union Jack taillights, of course. Chrome exhaust tips. Now inside, you have the leatherette interior. I personally do not like the leatherette interior. I would rather have the Alcantara, which is more comfortable, or the John Cooper Works cloth seats, which are a little bit nicer, but it's not bad. We also have Mini connected, so you have your little dials down here. You have paddle shifters on the steering wheel because it is an automatic. You don't get the little John Cooper Works trim panel, which is new on most of the cars, or not John Cooper Works, I'm sorry. You don't get the new Union Jack trim panel on the dash, but not all of them have that. And coming around inside, give it a start up here. Not bad. Nice sounds. Get the John Cooper Works logo right there on the center of the dash when it pops up. Now, the weirdest thing about this car, it says 7 degrees Celsius. I had a chance to drive this car. It is in Euro mode right now, so it's not exactly user-friendly right now. They haven't had a chance to reset it, but the analog speedometer is still in miles per hour, so just make do with it. But not a bad setup in here. It's pretty basic. Black line interior trim, automatic climate control. You got your USB down here as well. Nice red stitching on the shifter, red stitching on the steering wheel, and completely open top. Now, if we go over here to the Mini connected, let's see what we got here. We'll go to My Mini. Now, this is not touchscreen like the Apple CarPlay, but this will have to do. So this is the openometer. Now, this is a gauge that was very common in the convertibles of the second generation, but apparently you have to just go in here and use it on this one from Mini connected. So not a bad little setup there. So apparently this top has been open for 32 minutes. Which is about as long as I've been driving, which probably means that since this car has been at the dealership, it has not had its top open. So vehicle status. When you go to vehicle status, this gives you your tire pressure, and right now it's in bars, which is because it's not been reset to American spec. So a lot of this stuff hasn't been set up yet. So this car is brand new. So check oil, check controls, system settings, mobile devices. So if you have your iPhone, you can plug it in. Date and time, units. Wonder if this would be what we need to do. Okay, here we go. So we change that to MPG. Change that to miles. Horsepower's fine. Foot-pound's fine. Change the pressure to PSI. And we change the temperature to Fahrenheit. There we go. Now we're Americanized here. So this car is now all set up for American mode. Notifications, let's see. Let's change the colors on this. Well, we can't do it from the Mini connected, but we can do it from this little dial button right here. Now, what this does when you push this, is it will change the color to any color you want within the spectrum here. Now, there's another cool thing you can do here. If you hold it for 10 seconds, you'll see it blink. And now what it does is something I call disco mode, where it just changes colors repetitively and just keeps changing them. Kind of cool. Now, there's other modes in here I think you can still do. So, if you notice when I adjusted it, it changed the color of the thing here. So, your music, however loud it goes, it'll show that as well. I think there's a driving mode when I did that in Sport, Mid, Eco. Configure. Okay, so they're not configured yet, so some of the stuff isn't configured yet, but that's kind of cool. So we could go for a drive, but I've already driven this car around the block a few times just so you all could check it out. But what else does this thing come with? Let's pop the hood and take a look. So now that we've Americanized this car, we can call it the hood. So under the hood, you have a 228 horsepower, 235 foot-pounds of torque, 2.0 liter twin power turbo, 4-cylinder engine, which is a fantastic little engine. You can add a Dyna Elite tune to this and get about 30 to 40 extra horsepower, which is pretty fun. Well, it does have some black on the outside trim. I'd still black this out completely and put silver or black wheels on it. But that's a personal preference, and naturally not everyone has the same preferences I do. Not a bad car though. For a convertible, it's not a bad car. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would have gone out and take this car for a spin with the camera in the car, but with the top down, wind noise is not that great, and you wouldn't be able to hear me. And on top of that, my microphone is broken today, so I've been doing this whole thing without a microphone, so I'm hoping the audio quality was good enough. But I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, remember, life is too short to drive a boring car, so buy a Mini. I'll catch you later.